Hello and welcome back. As someone who has seen countless betrayals, secret alliances, and shocking revelations unfold in Port Charles, this current storyline with Lucas hiding in that secret vault at Windermere feels like one of the most tense and personal arcs in recent memory. I remember thinking back when Lucas first returned that his medical background would lead him into ethical dilemmas, but nothing prepared me for him stumbling upon something this dangerous. Picture this. Lucas, tucked away in the hidden confines of Windermere, overhears Sidwell and Ross discussing Britt's project. At first glance, everyone assumed it was straightforward medical research, something noble tied to her expertise. But no, what Lucas discovers is far darker. It is a mind control serum, a substance the WSB intends to use for brainwashing key witnesses. The implications here are enormous. I have always believed that the WSB's shadowy operations added layers of intrigue to the show, but this revelation takes it to another level. It proves how power structures in our favorite town can corrupt even the most promising scientific pursuits. Britt's work, which many of us hoped might bring healing, has been twisted into a tool for control. That hits hard, especially for longtime viewers like me who remember how medical breakthroughs on the show have saved lives and torn families apart in equal measure. What really shook me was the list of victims Lucas finds. Jocelyn Jack's name, marked in red, stands out like a warning beacon. For weeks, we watched Jocelyn being sent off to France under the pretense of specialized treatment. I had my doubts. Even then, something about the timing felt too convenient amid all the chaos in Port Charles. Now it makes perfect sense in the most chilling way. It was never about her health. It was about turning her into a pawn for the WSB. I cannot help but feel a deep protectiveness toward Jocelyn. She has grown so much as a character, facing losses and challenges that would break anyone younger. This development forces us to question how far organizations like the WSB will go to maintain their secrets. Is no one truly safe? I have seen storylines where innocent characters get pulled into espionage before, but involving Jocelyn this way feels fresh and urgent because of her connections to so many core families. Lucas's situation right now has my heart pounding. He knows he must escape that vault and warn Sonny. Sonny has always been the protector, the one who steps up when the people he loves are threatened. The thought of Lucas racing against time while carrying this explosive information adds such raw intensity. And then, just as tension peaks, his phone rings with Sidwell standing right outside the door. That moment is pure General Hospital magic cliffhangers that leave you yelling at the screen. I keep wondering how Lucas will get out of this without alerting them. Will quick thinking and his medical training help him improvise? Or will external help arrive in time? These questions keep me invested because the show has a way of resolving them in surprising, character-driven ways. What fascinates me most is how this plot highlights Lucas's internal conflict. He is clearly terrified, and his priority on saving Jocelyn reveals something profound about his own growth. It proves that the adjustments in his character arc, moving from personal struggles to this high-stakes heroism, stem from genuine care rather than mere plot convenience. I have always admired Lucas for his resilience, and this obsession with protecting Jocelyn feels authentic. It mirrors the fierce loyalties we have seen in past generations, like the way families rallied around each other during crises. Some might argue it feels sudden, but I see the breadcrumbs from earlier episodes where Lucas showed quiet concern for the younger characters navigating dangerous waters. This is not just about one rescue, it is about preserving the heart of Port Charles against cold, calculated manipulation. Let me share a personal thought here. Over the decades, General Hospital has excelled at blending medical drama with international intrigue, and this serum storyline does it brilliantly. It raises ethical questions that linger long after the credits roll. What would any of us do if we discovered our loved ones were targeted for mind control? Would we risk everything like Lucas is doing? I believe the strength of the writing lies in making us ponder these dilemmas alongside the characters. Jocelyn's situation in particular invites us to reflect on vulnerability. She has fought so hard for independence, only to potentially become a tool in someone else's game. It is heartbreaking yet compelling, and I am eager to see how she fights back once she learns the truth, or perhaps senses something is wrong even from afar. The beauty of this narrative thread is how it ties into broader themes the show has explored. Power, family loyalty, and the cost of secrets have always driven General Hospital forward. Sidwell and Ross's conversation in that vault exposes layers of deception that could ripple through many lives. I wonder if other characters like Sonny will uncover fragments of this before Lucas reaches him. The phone ringing at the worst possible moment creates that delicious suspense we fans crave. Will it lead to a narrow escape filled with action, or a confrontation that changes alliances forever? Either way, it keeps the story burning hot, promising revelations that could reshape relationships we have cherished for years. I have to admit, moments like these make me appreciate the long-term storytelling even more. As a viewer who has followed multiple generations, I see echoes of past WSB involvements, but this mind control element feels more personal and immediate. It differentiates itself by centering on characters like Lucas and Jocelyn, whose emotional stakes feel incredibly real. Lucas prioritizing Jocelyn's safety demonstrates a beautiful evolution in his priorities, proving that love and protection can drive even the most careful individuals to bold actions. This is what keeps me tuning in, watching how personal bonds triumph, or at least battle fiercely, against institutional threats. Looking ahead, I cannot shake the excitement for what comes next. Will Lucas manage to slip away undetected and reach Sonny in time to prevent disaster? How deeply has the serum already affected events in France? These uncertainties create a wonderful tension that builds anticipation for upcoming episodes. The show has a knack for delivering payoffs that honor character histories while introducing fresh surprises, and this arc seems poised to do exactly that. I find myself imagining conversations between Sonny and Lucas, strategizing against this new threat, and thinking about Jocelyn's potential awakening to the manipulation. Lucas overhearing Sidwell and Ross discuss Britt's real project was shocking. What we thought was noble medical research has turned out to be something far darker. A mind control serum the WSB plans to use for brainwashing important witnesses. The evidence Lucas uncovers, especially that list with Jocelyn Jack's name marked in red, changes everything. Her trip to France was never about treatment. It was a calculated move to turn her into a pawn under WSB control. I have always admired Jocelyn's strength and resilience through so many personal trials, but this development adds a chilling new layer of obsession around her safety. It proves how vulnerable even our most determined young characters can become when powerful forces target them. What heightens the tension even more is the shifting calculations behind Cullum and Sidwell's dark plans. Their schemes are introducing fresh dangers that ripple across Port Charles, forcing quick adjustments that keep everyone off balance. I see echoes of past shadowy threats, but this combination of advanced science and psychological manipulation feels particularly insidious. It raises compelling questions about ethics and power that linger long after each episode ends. Sidwell, now knowing that Lucas infiltrated the vault and took evidence, marks a critical turning point. This awareness proves new adjustments are underway in their operation, and it places Lucas squarely in harm's way. Lucas's desperation to escape and warn Sonny carries enormous weight. His phone ringing at the worst moment, with Sidwell right outside the door, created one of those classic cliffhangers that make my heart race. As someone who has seen countless narrow escapes over the decades, I believe Lucas's medical training and quick thinking will play a key role. Yet the new dangers he faces show how one bold action can trigger rapid responses from the villains. His priority on saving Jocelyn reveals deep personal growth. It is not just plot-driven heroism. It stems from genuine care and the protective instincts that define so many beloved relationships in Port Charles. Some might wonder if this obsession feels sudden, but I see it as a natural evolution built on earlier moments of quiet concern for the next generation. This escalating threat to Jocelyn under potential WSB control has me deeply invested. What if subtle influences have already begun affecting her? The serum represents a terrifying evolution in how the organization operates, stripping away free will from those caught in their web. It forces us to reflect on themes of agency and family loyalty that have always powered the best storylines. I keep asking myself how Jocelyn will sense something is wrong and fight back. Will Lucas reach Sunny in time to launch a rescue, or will unexpected allies step in? These uncertainties create that wonderful sense of heat and anticipation for what lies ahead. Cullum and Sidwell's recalibrations only add to the intrigue. Their plans are becoming more dangerous and adaptive, proving they view Lucas's intrusion as a serious threat that demands immediate response. This dynamic keeps the narrative moving at a thrilling pace while allowing room for character-driven moments. Sunny, with his protective nature and sharp instincts, will surely become central once he learns the truth. I can already imagine the intense conversations and strategic moves that will follow, strengthening old bonds and perhaps forging new ones in the face of this common enemy. Personally, I love how this arc honors the show's legacy while introducing modern twists. The mind control element differentiates it from earlier WSB stories by centering emotional stakes on characters like Lucas and Jocelyn. It reminds me why I remain passionately devoted after all these years. The writers excel at making us care deeply about the human cost of such grand schemes. Lucas facing new peril after his discovery highlights the real risks of standing up for what is right. His fear is relatable, and his determination inspiring. The beauty of General Hospital lies in these moments where personal obsessions collide with larger threat. Jocelyn's situation feels increasingly urgent, tied to this new wave of danger from Sidwell's knowledge of the break-in. It suggests broader adjustments in their timetable that could endanger more lives. Yet I remain hopeful, trusting the storytelling to balance suspense with heartfelt resolutions. Will a clever escape allow Lucas to deliver his warning? How deeply has the serum already impacted events in France? These questions keep me eagerly awaiting each new episode. In the end, this storyline reaffirms everything I cherish about the show. It is filled with courage, sacrifice, and the enduring power of love amid shadows. Lucas's bravery, Jocelyn's looming vulnerability, and the evolving schemes of Cullum and Sidwell create a compelling fire that burns brighter with every revelation. The new dangers and adjustments only heighten the excitement, promising dramatic payoffs that will test characters we have followed for years.